Alright, troops, our quest for a new home is thus here, to the land of rainbows and unicorns, Equestria. Set up a forward attack base here, and we'll attack the planet below at dawn. Woohoo! This is gonna be easy. Can't wait to take over this planet. Am I the only one who can't breathe? Are you guys new here? Enemy detected! Engage! This is why I have trouble making friends. Hi everyone, this is Whitehawk, and today I'll be playing Lunar Defense Force again. This is actually a game I played a long time ago, and I put it up on my channel for a pretty decent amount of time. But I eventually had to take it down because of Mario Party music, of all things. You guys probably can't hear any music right now because I muted the Mario Party music that's playing right now. It's a Spaceland. Anyway, I want to put this back on my channel again, so I decided to play it again because it's, even though it uses a lot of assets, it's not exactly a terrible game. It's like I enjoy it. Despite the fact that it uses lots of stolen assets, or borrowed assets to be a bit more generous. But yeah, it's a pretty decent platformer. The level design is not overly terrible, and I do believe there's like a new enemy every new stage. Or something new, basically. So I do recommend like trying it out. Not just because you're playing as Luna, by the way. That's nonsense. Who would only play this game just because it has Luna in it? That'd be crazy! Especially to just watch her constantly smile every time she jumps. Although that's mostly because of the constant frame usage. Some jumps are actually pretty tricky in this game. The goal is to basically defeat the enemy at the end of the level. Which is kind of pointless. You'd imagine that you just have to like pass the end of the level to really finish it. Although maybe, consider how basic this game is, maybe the game creator was just like decide, like, you know what, just to make sure that this works, I'll have a unit that the player has to destroy, and by destroying that unit, we'll play the event that ends the level. Yeah, something like that. That sounds very, that sounds something like I would have done when I was younger, just starting to make my own games. And by making my own games, I mean using engines to make sort of kind of my own games. Who knows, maybe one day I'll get around to playing that big game I spent 2 years working on, and that enjoyed moderate popularity, like 10,000 views, something like that. Thankfully I don't have to mute the music playing right now, but I do believe there's a set of levels that use Mario Party music later on. Not to mention both of the bosses. Ow. These are all shroobs, which are from the game, not Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Arguably, as far as I'm concerned, I thought it was the worst Mario and Luigi. Even Dream Team, for however slow it has been, I enjoyed it more than Partners in Time. My biggest disappointment in Partners in Time is probably the fact I can't remember anything about its overworld. Did it even have one? I can't remember it at all. I think that's what was one of the aspects I disliked about it the most. Don't hit me, or don't hit Luna, more importantly. Yeah, I managed to beat the level. If you lose, nothing really bad happens. You just have to start the level over. Also, new music. It's not too bad. The tastes of the game creator, in terms of music, not too bad. Yeah, this is actually an infinite... I'm not sure what these enemies are called. Goomba Shroobs, Shroom Goombas, something like that. They basically spawn infinitely until you reach a point where they can't. Kind of a weird gameplay thing. It's a bit interesting, if I do say so myself, though. It's one of those nonsensical things that only makes sense in games. It wouldn't really make sense in movies, or cartoons, or comics, or music, but it makes sense in games. Or it's tolerable in games. Something like that. Or nearing the end of the level, I believe. The levels are just short enough to really work, I think. They're just short enough to actually really feel like bits and pieces that you can enjoy. Unfortunately, I don't believe you can save this game. So if you quit the flash file, you have to start all over. Yeah, I figured there would be a guy coming. You have to shoot in advance. One of the things you really want to do while playing this is make sure Luna constantly shoots in advance. There's no punishment for constantly shooting. So might as well do it. Dang it. End the level. This is still not Paper Mario. Yeah. Paper Mario. No, not Paper Mario. Mario Party music. Keep thinking of Paper Mario all the time right now. Probably because of that fake leak about the 1,000 Years Door on the 3DS. Someone was just fooling around thinking, oh, you know what? Imagine, let me try to pretend Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door, how it would look like if it actually got ported on 3DS. Of course, that person didn't think the leak would be popular, but, well, we've had lots of those lately, haven't we? Leaks that became a lot more popular. Oh, by the way, the physics in this stage are a bit different, by the way. Lunar doesn't jump as high, which can make some jumps particularly tricky. Yeah, so for this boss, I'm gonna mute the music. This is not Mario Party music, but it is, I believe, Partners in Time music. Anyway, this boss has 8 HP, you can tell from the top right there. It's not too tough of a boss. You basically just have to continuously move around, or stay away from it. Like, yeah, it's more annoying when it does that, because it stays invincible for a long time. Don't bother trying to shoot these things, by the way. Even when they get big enough to, like, to reach your shots, it still won't hurt them. Yeah, do your thing. I do like that the enemy gets progressively bigger over time, but if you look carefully, you can tell that the sprite scales up after every hit, which kind of ruins the magic. And there are 2 more hits. 1 more hit. And wait, what? I never saw that before! Well, it's just the same thing as the spike ball, but I never saw that before. That's crazy. But whatever, it's done. Don't want my mouse to be on the screen. And we're at the floaty jumps again. And of course the jumps are really tricky. We're at the halfway point of this game though. So if you can get this far, well, you've achieved something great. Getting to the halfway point of this game. Well, that's what happens when you die, I guess. I thought I would have actually defeated the enemy by crashing into it. But all you do is damage the enemy when you do that. If the enemy would die from getting hit, that's cool, but these shroobs, they take 2 hits, not 1. Any other enemies coming on? Any other enemies? I don't think so. Constantly run here because these things are infinite, well, not infinitely spawning, but they're set up in a way that they're trying to impede your progress. If you stand still, that is. Yep, this is totally not blind jump platforming right there. And the level has ended. Actually, I wonder if the levels are short because the game developer couldn't make the levels bigger. Maybe. That's not a bad limitation. I do think that modern gaming these days, there's no limits to how big or ambitious your games can be. And because of that, some developers don't work against limits that the ones from the retro age had to deal with. And because of that, the game tends to suffer because the design, or rather, it's too ambitious what the designers want the game to be. Because manpower will always be limited. Where it's always just easy to think it is not. Something like that. I'm sure some of you understood what I was mumbling about back there. Oh, finally. So these guys throw poison mushrooms, but occasionally they'll throw a normal mushroom, and that will boost your health. These guys are also really, really annoying because they clutter up the screen really, really quickly. It's about time the game introduced a new enemy, though. Anyway, I guess I can wait for a mushroom to appear here, because considering I'm low on health. Very low on health, jeez. Come on. Throw a normal mushroom. There we go. Thank you. And that's it for that example. You can get 5 health. I don't know if you can get 6 or something, but you can get 5 health. Cool, another one. you. Sadly, I think the golden shroob is the last enemy the game introduces, besides like the final boss. Go up here, because you're clearly not meant to go down there. Defeat him, and end the level. All you have to do is hit the guy with the controller thing. That's suspiciously looks like a DS. Nintendo sure likes to introduce these devices in their games that looks exactly like their console. Might be even be the reason why they occasionally don't want to port said game to another console, because it would ruin the joke. And you don't want to ruin the joke, do you? Really wish these guys threw normal mushrooms more often, but that will make things a bit too easy now, would it? Don't know how I was supposed to avoid that damage right there. Shoot in advance, I suppose. Enemies do enjoy some invincibility frames. Wow, okay, maybe they do throw normal mushrooms a bit too often. Okay, that was a bit difficult to dodge. It would have been possible, though. Okay. Come on, Luna. Just crash into this guy. Oh, you can't actually damage this guy by crashing into him. That's kind of unfortunate. It'd be neat if you could, like, suicide and end the level at the same time. Thank you. Oh, dodged that one. Or just stood still and managed to not get hit, rather. And yeah, I don't know what's with all these jumps where you have to like jump at the edge. Feels kind of forced. Anyway, yeah, proof that you can have 5 hearts. You can probably have more, I guess. Like, no, 5 hearts is the maximum. Never mind. The game is getting a bit tiring right now. Oh, I think when you have 5 hearts, you actually, yeah, your shots are even bigger. Kind of neat. But 5 is definitely the maximum. I mean, considering the amount of mushrooms I got in this level, it's kind of crazy I'm not throwing huge hyper beams. Anyway, we're getting near the end, aren't we? I sure hope so. Because the game is kind of overstaying its welcome right now. It hasn't introduced any new stuff in a while. That's the issue. Defeat you. Ooh, I just dodged that one. Yeah, the fire doesn't actually hurt you. You just don't. You must make sure you don't touch the shroob itself. Oop, dang it, dang it. Oh. You know, Luna, you could just fly, but no. For some reason, her wings are not functioning properly in this game. Okay, I think we're getting near the end now. 1 or 2 more levels and then the final boss. And the final boss, well, let's just say she's a bit disappointing. Not to mention I'm gonna have to mute the music because of the fact that it's well, actually, I think it's partner in time music that's playing, but I don't want to take any chances. Don't want to have to remove this game, or rather this video of this game off my channel after making it specifically so that I could put this game back on it. This has to be one of the toughest setups. Dang it. Out. Let's finish this. Finish the fight. Yeah. Only have to deal with her. She's not that tough. Same amount as HP as the first boss, but you can't harm her right now. But once she starts doing this, every hit counts, and you can deal a lot of them against her. At least 4 hits. If your aim is good. So yeah, she's already down to half health. I have to wait again, but once she gets back down, it's all over for her. I think her name is Princess Shroob, something like that. Not even very creative. Also, actually, if you look carefully, you can see a number on her sprite. That's how much HP she has left. 1 HP, and actually that segment right there was really short. But yeah, that's kind of shows that the game creator had about enough making this game at this point. Just wanted to finish it, and he forgot to remove that number on that Princess Shroob sprite. I really expected this to go better. And whose dumb idea was it to invade the land of flying ponies that shoot magical lasers from their freaking faces? Hey buddy, I don't think anyone expected the land of rainbows and unicorns to be so dangerous. No, this isn't even the land of rainbows and unicorns. It's the moon above! We're getting our butts kicked by one single pony. Hopefully the next planet we invade won't have some superpowered juggernaut charging through all of our troops like this one does. Oh crap, here she comes! Run! Well, looks like they're gone. Too bad. That's the most interesting thing that's happened to me in centuries. I guess Luna's still stuck in the moon. And that's it for Lunar Defense Force. Link in the description if you guys want to try this out yourselves. Hope you all enjoyed this video and hope you all have a very nice day. Bye-bye.